You know, I had a vocal teacher who used to tell me I sounded like Josh Groban.
Well, you need to sing for my auntie then.
You raise me up,
Love me. Wait, okay, this is my John impression. This is my John singing impression. You thought you left me in the past.
You thought you left me in the past.
I'll never leave you lonely.
I'll never leave you lonely. Come on.
This is like I got a golf ball.
You sing that?
I was raised in choir, girl.
You sing with your feet flat.
Be who you are.
What are you talking about?
Pride. Don't hide.
Happy Pride.
It's the first day of Pride, y'all.
I'm giving you Rosie the Riveter.
I was telling
With
Alexandra,
bundles.
we were on a walk before this, and I was telling her, because you said like we should do like a Pride thing together.
Yes,
like
on the cow.
on the calendar, like a one-on-one like Pride something, and I was like, hell yeah. And I was like, I feel like for the past like month, 2 months, everyone's been like, what are we doing for Pride? What are we doing for Pride? Like, we got to start getting our tickets. Mama, it's June 1st.
Girl, it's June.
Mama, it's June.
It's the first of the month. It's kind of crazy.
First of the month. I don't have any Pride plans yet.
Well, and then I was telling John I was looking for this event happening today, and I was going through this venue's calendar, being like, "Why isn't this on?" Like, I'm looking like through May events. I was like, "Oh shit, Sunday is Gay Day. Happy Pride."
My sister texted me, "Hi gay" or "Happy gay."
I haven't gotten a single thing. Damn, fuck my drag.
Well, that's the only one I've gotten.
When I had first came out, oh my god, you would have thought today was my birthday. It was like all of the memes. It was all of that one Naruto meme that was like, Naruto done made you gay.
I remember when I officially came out. I think it was National Coming Out Day in June.
I don't know.
I don't either.
They're trying to get all the gay holidays out of the way.
But I remember I posted like a bad selfie in my dorm room that I definitely facetuned on Instagram, and I was like, I think the caption was just like, I know all y'all probably thought this anyway, but confirming it on the timeline. I'm
On the
gay.
grid?
On the grid, confirming on the grid that I'm gay.
Coco Montree's ass.
It was Coco level. And I remember I posted it, and my friends were commenting, and they were like saying that my nose looks like a mushroom.
Were these the commenters you bought, or? Wait, that racist as fuck.
Wait, have I talked about that on the
What?
part that I used to buy?
Yes, you did. I feel like it was a little overlooked. I'm like, I think that was in Roommates.
Was it really?
No, it was in something, but that shit
Yeah.
sent me.
I used to buy likes, comments, and followers.
Moving on. You were seeing us post Cowboy Carter from the Rodeo Chitlin Circuit.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Man. We were the tour or the stop where she did the She Ain't No Diva and flashed
Bitch.
2 white girls on the screen.
Who did not smile at all. They were plucked.
Cause
Face cracked.
Because that's not funny.
Girl, if I would have been on there, I would she's shady cameraman, because Beyonce don't really pick the people.
Yeah.
Unless, do you think she does?
No.
Yeah. No, I'd be like, honestly.
I want to know what she says to the cameraman, like when they're rehearsing, like, all right, so when this song come on, I want you to be up in the front in the pit, and you gotta put
Find the white people.
You gotta put the camera on those mid-white girls.
Well, okay, they really sisters, because like I think I've seen Solange twice, and when Solange sings either Mad or something, she finds a black girl in like the front row and sings directly to her. And like if you notice during Homecoming, the only bitches in the crowd that are shown by the camera are the black bitches. So Beyonce probably like, you know what to do.
You know what to do, yeah.
It was so good.
It was so good. We did get a lot of like compliments.
Yeah, we
on our
did.
outfits.
What was the drink? It was like we drank more Sir Davis.
We drank more Sir. It was like a lemonade.
Yeah.
Sir Davis.
It was really good.
And then I got like a mint ginger beer.
Oh, yeah.
Sir Davis.
Oh, our row.
Our
row.
Well, first off, we walked there. No ushers.
That was crazy.
No one's telling you where to sit. So
That was crazy.
I assume we were seats. We were row 128, seats 1920.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and when we walked
Section 128.
Section 128, and I accidentally went to section 129 because they're right next to each other.
Yeah.
And we get to our seats, and there's this little like 8-year-old black girl and her mom, and I go, now in her defense, this very androgynous looking person,
Remember what we look
in
like?
clown makeup, comes up and goes, I think you're sitting in my seat. She, born and raised New Yorker, she didn't even get up, and she goes, I don't think so. And I kept being like, well, I think this is my seat, bro. Like,
John getting nervous.
my knees started shaking. This girl freaked me out. And then we walked to the wrong seat. We did finally find our seat,
Which was good because the view was obstructed. And I remember when I was getting tickets, like it does tell you like obstructed view, and they were like a couple $100 less. I remember being like, well, those were our seats. I was about to have a very deep discussion with the Ticketmaster people inside. But our row sucked. It's crazy because I literally said on camera who casually goes to a Beyonce concert, and I'm gonna keep it. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. Every Beyonce concert, I think I've been on the floor at least, and those are where the real fans are at. My God. At least okay. The girl next to me, on my left, you said they had gotten into a fight. I was too drunk.
I'm predicting that the girl that was next to Alexandra and the friend she was with got in a fight on the way to the show because neither of them looked at or talked to each other the entire time.
Do you think they went by no? And they looked too similar.
They looked too similar
to both have gone by
and
themselves.
they showed up at the same time.
Oh,
and when the arms crossed, lips sealed.
Didn't even cheer
once.
Just like just literally did this. Like when like Beyonce came out, and I was honestly surprised that she stood up.
Yeah.
Like literally stood up and then went. And I know she had to put up like music over every single one of those videos because you would just hear me say big body like, and it was probably shake. Yeah.
Girl, you were shrill.
I was shrill.
You were
I paid for those tickets. Okay, I paid.
And then the guy next to me also was wearing like a Ralph Lauren polo and like khaki shorts and just like arms crossed with a Bud Light the whole time.
Yeah.
And there I'm in my micro skirt, my clown makeup, full twerking on him.
Girl, and then like me and John are like so close to each other because I knew if I touched that girl even once, she would have snapped at me.
Yeah.
And but the girls behind us they would seem chill.
They were cute. Yeah, there was like an Asian girl behind us that knew every word.
It was just our row.
Okay,
like
even the section was kind of bad.
Was it?
Remember the guy in front of us was watching a basketball game on his phone sitting down.
Selena Gomez. Did you see that post? Selena Gomez, that's fucked up.
Yeah, the guy in front of us was watching a basketball game for like the entirety of the second part of the show. And for those of y'all that have seen it, she does a part in the middle where she does kind of all her oldies like back to back to back. Like Drunk in Love, into like Single Ladies, whatever. When Single Ladies came on, our section sat down. Our section sat down at Single Ladies. Even if you're not a Beyonce fan, that's the song
doesn't
you know.
Make sense. It doesn't make any
know.
sense.
It was insane.
And towards the end, the girl next to me just like kept sitting like it sucked so bad, but we were where we needed to be mentally. So
I was a good place.
Okay, and here's tea. So we drank and had some enhancements, and the enhancements we had, the biggest impact is I could not stop fucking laughing when Beyonce was flying around that stage. Oh my God. Like, I was just like...
You were like, girl, get down.
There was just something so funny about Beyonce because it was going kind of fast.
It was going real fast.
And like, she's singing it and I was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like, oh my God.
She was like, but I don't want
I was like, oh, this is also what I want to talk about. Okay, speaking of Happy Pride. One of the biggest shifts about being gay, like, is not the hate crimes, it's not the stereotypes. I went from like admiring Beyonce to like, I want to fuck this woman. Like, overwhelmingly, like, too intense. Like, I was having trouble focusing on the music.
We were sat down during Tyrant, I think. Like, everyone was sitting. It was when she was on the mechanical bull. When I tell you, the enhancement we were on were making us pretty touchy-feely. and I had my like leg or my arm on Alexander's like knee, and the way that I felt your body writhing watching her, I said, I think I gotta stop touching you because I think you might orgasm right now.
Girl,
You were close to orgasm that show.
like, girl, that woman. Because also I like older women, and that is big body bust head open, girl. Also, I remember when I was coming out to my mom, she was like, "Yeah, Alexander, you had you had like a pinup photo of Beyonce right over your bed in your college dorm." I don't know which one. I think it's from like 4 era or something, but like it's like her. She's like this in like a swimsuit. Oh, she is just so sexy. It like actually like messes up my viewing experience. So that girl was also probably like put off. Yeah, it's weird because Beyonce has like such a diverse audience in terms of like sexual orientation. So like I did feel bad for the straight bitches around us because.
Also, Alexander thought that Blue Ivy was river dancing during the show.
Who was it?
A professional river dancer.
Okay, also, I don't know where my glasses are. You might notice I haven't worn my glasses. I don't know where they're at. They're somewhere in my room. Yeah, I really did think that was Blue, so. Blue was giving it.
She was great.
Rumi was fine.
Blue got the slew.
Say it if you want.
I think Blue Ivy's got slew foot.
That's a real Texas bitch. Oh, that's a real
woman,
Texas
bitch,
girl.
woman.
I need to stop calling them bitches. Like respect, like the bitch respect.
Yeah, you're going again in Paris. You'll get to see Miley.
I mean, there's 3 dates. We'll see which one she does.
Oh, true.
Maybe Miley. If Miley, I know you real. You gonna do that Juneteenth date?
Ooh,
I know you real.
I know you real.
I know you can. Yeah.
I saw Miley Cyrus.
Talk about
this
it.
past weekend. So we were like watching Drag Race, and we went to a bar in the area, and then boyfriend John had texted me and was like, $3 bill, go tonight. Miley Cyrus is gonna be there, and I'm like, Asha used to tell us when I lived in Seattle that Diplo was gonna be at after parties, so I'm always dubious when someone's announcing a celebrity is gonna be somewhere.
Yeah,
especially $3 bill for those of y'all that don't live in New York. Imagine your city's version of like the biggest, loudest, most pop music only gay bar where everyone's white and has like a tight pants and like a funky tank top on.
I disagree.
What?
I do disagree. I think $3 bill, like not necessarily maybe on the same night, but they pull a very diverse crowd, I think. Because when I went to go, and also they pull like celebrities. So like I really thought she was gonna show up because when I went to go see Bob the Drag Queen, it was like all black people. They had like a black DJ, and it was like yak yak yak. They do a Donna Summer night. But you went Gaga night, girl.
I went Charlie night.
For Miley?
Yeah.
Oh, so it wasn't Gaga night this night?
I don't really know.
Eli kept being like it was Gaga night.
Girl, I don't know. I've been to
Eli.
Thriller before. The time I went was Brat night.
It really depends on the nights you go.
But I feel like
on the nights you have gone, you're correct.
What does that say about me?
You get girl.
Once again,
this
over
is an
my
intervention.
head, over my head. But yeah, we went, and it was fun. I will say, like, it was. I had to cover my ears when Miley came out because of how loud it was. Like, I genuinely thought I was gonna rupture an eardrum.
What?
But yeah, Miley came on late, 45 minutes late, so I was in a mood naturally. Bitches were pushing and shoving.
That's crazy.
I like scolded some people that were in the crowd. I was like, you can at least say thank you. You can at least say thank you if you're gonna push me and walk by me when I've been here for 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she came out. Here's my impersonation of what happened. I will say I was like 5 feet away from her, which I've never been that close to a celebrity, so that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But she comes out and she's like, hi y'all. Hi y'all. Like, my album came out today. And I identify as a drag queen. I'm wearing a Mugler dress.
Mugler.
Literally all she did was come out I think you've rubbed off on me because the whole rest of the night I was friend that's too woke. And I'm like, here's this person that's been rich and famous their whole life, making all these broke gay people wait an hour for them to come, claiming to be part of their community, claiming she's a drag queen when she has no drag influences and Chapel Roan exists, and then left 5 minutes later.
I was going to say, I'm like, no woman, I mean, let me take all this back, actually. I have not known someone who like happily call themselves a drag queen, let alone like a cis woman, until Chapel Roan.
I agree.
Like in the pop space.
Yeah.
Because that's like a scary thing to say.
Yeah.
She called herself a drag queen?
She called herself a drag queen.
Miley fit. Do you have to wear a lot of makeup to be a drag queen? What do you have to do to be a drag queen?
I mean, I'm not a drag queen, so I don't know if I can answer this question, but like, I think like there's like Chapel Roan to me like does drag.
Yeah.
Like I would say Gaga at times does drag.
Well, okay, let's say like in order to be like an artist, you have to have some sort of medium.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like let's start there. Like bare minimum, you have to have a medium, right? Like to be a painter, you got to paint.
Yeah.
To like be a musician, you got to play an instrument or something. I think to be a drag person as a non-drag queen or anything like that, you have to dress yourself up and amplify your image to a point that it almost creates another character.
Yeah, it's a persona.
You have to kind of create a persona, whether that persona is you or not. And to me, Miley Cyrus, I'm talking a little bit of bronzer.
A little bit of bronzer, a lot of bit of buccal fat removal, a lot of bit of veneers, a heavy veneer,
and so in a nice little curl,
and a nice Mugler dress.
Like, let's not be throwing that word around.
I think that's the other thing with. I mean, I like Miley's music. I do like her as like a celebrity. I'm being harsh on her, as I think we should hold people that are rich and famous to really high standards. But my other thing with her is like, she's shifted into, I feel like ever since the Grammys, like every time she's at an event, all she is doing is kind of bragging about what she's wearing. Like consistently on stage, I've seen her at like 5 or 6 events, including this one, come out and just be like, I'm wearing Bob Mackie, or like I'm wearing Mugler, I'm wearing vintage, whatever. And I'm kind of like, okay, girl, like,
I guess those are like, yeah, like I honestly, if Miley would have came out there and been like, I'm an ally, or no, is she gay? She gay.
I think she's bi, yeah.
Yeah, if she would have been like, I'm a proud member of the queer community, because yeah, that bitch knows her like a lot of drag history and things like that. And you know, I guess those are like very like iconic, like queer fashion things, but yeah.
I also just think it's funny how like I feel like celebrities are really doing this right now ever since Brat. Like Charlie came and Charlie did like the Brat wall and then went to LeBain.
Yes.
FK Twigs came and went to Market Hotel, and then Miley came and went to $3 bill. And I'm just like, what's next, girl? Like,
girl. Oh, they about to be at Fist in the dark room. They about to do a performance in the dark room.
Basement would never let someone do like an album release thing.
Stranger Things.
You know something else that's crazy? Actually, I'm gonna say this for my psych word. I'm gonna do a twofer. But okay, but the last thing on the Miley thing. So John's friend Nina was there. I love Nina so fucking much. She's so funny.
She's a down bitch.
She is a Miley stan. Like Nina was sobbing when Miley came out.
That's crazy.
And after Miley like left the stage to go behind the DJ booth, me and John and some of his friends like went back out to the cigarette area to smoke, and Nina stayed. And Nina comes back out like 20 minutes later, and she's like, guys, I talked to Miley. I got to like tell Miley like how important she is to me and like all this shit. We see later in the night on John's Instagram from another guy John knows that doesn't know Nina, who's videotaping Miley signing stuff. And Nina's in front of him.
No.
As Miley is turned away from her signing someone's book, you hear Nina look, you see her go up and go, Miley, my parents and I love you. It's so important. And I'm like, she isn't even looking at you. And your interpretation was, I talked to Miley Cyrus.
Girl, let her have her fantasy.
No, it's the funniest thing to me.
That's hysterical. I'm dead.
A celebrity really makes people go cuckoo.
Yeah, $3 bill is like, I mean, I don't know if Step Up is correct because I don't know like what they used to do, but they like pull in like the top drag queens, and celebrities and all that shit. It's kind of crazy.
I think they've solidified themselves as like a pop culture space.
Oh, Twigs. Do you see she just performed?
No.
She performed in this pussy wig. I like the way she looked. Everyone saying she looked like Tinashe. And I guess she would like or teased like another new song or something. But let's see if she shows up to Ladyland.
I'm not buying a ticket for that.
Ladyland is just like the venue is so ugly.
Mm-hmm.
The venue, the concrete basketball court.
You're under a. I don't like being under large architecture when I'm at like an event.
Yeah, it's not very dreamy at all.
I was convinced that the bridge was gonna fall when we went last year. I remember I was in the crowd. I was also on an enhancement, and I remember I kept like looking around, going, "Have they tested like the base here? Like, can this structure handle all the rattling?"
Yeah, and it's just so expensive. That's the thing about like a lot of events these days. Is like, girl, it's not worth the money. There's so many events I would go to if they were like $50 less, or if they were free.
Because now you're spending over $100 to get in.
That's crazy. Ooh, I went to that little party I talked about. Exes, the sexiest bitches in the building. And of course, it's the one time where I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to throw on a shirt or whatever. I was like, fuck. Oh, Mao from Queer Ultimatum was there. Oh, so hot. That's the thing. The sexy black lesbians go to exes. It's crazy. But also, I got work. Oh, that's my psych word. I got work in the morning, Diva. How come I saw like a lesbian like beach day and it's happening on Wednesday nights? Or no, Wednesday like midday. And they were like, a lot of service workers like have days off, and I was like, you're right.
Service people deserve to have fun too.
We're the queer divas with 9 to 5s, you know, who are willing to go on a date like after work. Please, I'm begging.
Where the boys at?
No.
Where the boys at? On the curb.
What is that Girls' Generation song?
What?
There's a Girls' Generation K-pop. Anyways, we're talking. I'm so excited to talk about boys. Ooh.
And Alexander came up with the topic.
I did.
I want that on record.
I did.
I'm not the one that pitched this today.
Because I feel like it'll be good. I just feel like it's like a good. And then I think next we should do girls.
We should do girls.
I think we should do boys, girls, pride.
Okay.
Which, sorry, we'll get non-binary in there too. Shout out the NBs.
We've been giving the NBs a lot of screen
We
time.
honestly, the NBs, yeah. Y'all
really stay on our tongue in this podcast.
Yeah. Are you a boy or? There's someone here everyone thinks is a boy.
There's someone here everyone thinks is a boy.
Yeah, apparently, I'm one of the guys. So
yeah, I wore this like over the shoulder number because I wanted to give like I feel like most of the conversations about boys happens at sleepovers. Like
John,
the genesis of like boy talk.
You better be honest. John wears this and some sunglasses and goes, "Aren't I giving Charlie from the boys, or when I giving Charlie Boys music video vibes? You look like the only Californian." I said, "Yeah, dude, let's go down to PCA and see where the day takes us."
I've been told actually multiple times that I tend to dress very West Coast.
Well, people like to assign you all kinds of identities. I feel like,
especially you.
What do I give you?
I'm a woman.
Oh.
I'm white. I'm Californian.
Okay, so how do we want to do this? Because it'll get dicey if we do white boys, black boys.
Oh, no.
Maybe our relationship with boys throughout the years.
Yeah, like I think always like taking it back to like where it started.
Y'all might be shocked. I don't know if I was. Okay, this isn't shocking. I was never boy crazy, but I definitely had a moment where like I genuinely believed that I liked boys. Like I believe now that my past self definitely liked boys.
I have never not known that I liked boys from a very young age.
When did you first know?
Well, I mean, I think I've said this on this platform, but like I feel like my whole thing was I thought as a kid, in order to like boys, I had to be a girl.
Yes.
And so I always wanted to be a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I became one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think from a pretty young age, I like knew I had like crushes on boys. The first time I ever said I had a crush on a boy, I was 8.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan's brows.
Oh, so not even real life?
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, like not even like, like Kevin J from Homeroom or something.
Oh, I definitely had like crushes on white boys in my elementary school, of course. Yeah, Dylan's brows was my like romantic awakening of like I thought like I had like a fluttery feeling for a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always known that I've liked boys. Oh, and then I remember, oh god, I was on the elementary school bus. And this
Brokey.
And then,
I'm kidding.
And we were like on a field trip, and this like ginger boy was sitting next to me, and he was kind of like one of like the jocks of the elementary school because he was like really good at dodgeball and like capture the flag during recess. And we were like sitting on the bus together because we were bus buddies after the field trip. And I remember he like, I don't remember why he did this, but he just like side hugged me really quickly and then went back. And I remember being like,
gay. No, that one video.
Like,
but that girl is so real. You're welcome to come on the pod anytime. That's gay.
Yeah, that was gay.
That was gay.
That was my first gay experience, I guess. I got a side hug in the bus.
I would have written pages.
Oh, mama, my diary was
full.
My diary was full.
I love hearing like, like fujoshi, which fujoshi is the term they call like women who are obsessed with yaoi. I use it jokingly. Yeah, I use it jokingly. Fujoshi, I love guys who like, cause like, I don't know about lesbian stuff growing up. I don't hear enough about it. And I'm sure this does happen. But like when the straight guys can't help but have their little gay moment, I think it's everything to me.
It's cute, yeah.
Guys just like cannot contain themselves when it comes to like.
Yeah.
Side hug. Oh!
The side hug. Yeah, I remember trying to think of like other memories. I mean, like, yeah, I always had crushes. But I wasn't really out until after I graduated high school, so I never really talked about boys with anyone.
That's a shame.
But this one was so embarrassing.
Here we go.
There was a boy in my theater class, my freshman year theater class. I'm not going to say his name. He's not going to listen to this podcast, but if anyone knows him, some people, like, whatever. He was so hot.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect butt. I think he played rugby or something.
Damn.
So hot. And I liked drawing when I was younger. I may have had a full printer page printed out of his face that was in my closet. and my sister found it one day. And she was friends with his brother. And she was like, John, why do you have a full ink printout of blank's face in your closet? And I was like, he like asked me to draw a picture of him, and so I needed a reference photo. And so I was just like using it. Girl. So maybe I was a little boy crazy.
Where did you print it out?
My mama, in the family printing room. Like in the computer room.
Where did you get the photo?
Facebook.
Black and white or color?
Color. I used all the ink. I used
all the red ink.
I used all the ink to print out this color.
I know
picture.
that shit was wet.
It had like indents right
hot and wet. you had to cool it off.
I was like,
oh my! For our younger listeners who never used a printer, if you used enough ink, you gotta let it dry a little bit before.
It was wet. Yeah.
But like, what is up with siblings? Like, they know the answer.
No, Mallory knew I was just gay.
They love to like just make you feel uncomfortable. Like, oh my, why'd you ask me for an open relationship? Oh my god, that's a good one. That's innocent.
What was your first like boy experience?
No shock here. Wait, did I have? No shock. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna start boys by saying a quote that has stuck with me for my entire life from my friend Fatim. who said to me in college, she said, Alexandra, you talk about men like you've only read about them in books.
What were you saying?
He told me this at 20 years old, girly. Anything I say about men. And so are we surprised that my first crushes were on cartoon characters? Well, no. I remember, I think one of my first crushes was his name Kevin from Ed, Edd n Eddy?
Oh, yeah.
I think a lesbian sign or like a gay sign is if you like stereotype boys. Because it's kind of like, this is what boy is, like boy. And so I very much, and also White Neighborhood was like very much into the like American dream boy or like, and in cartoons, it's like, so like, this is the nerd, this is the popular person or whatever. And he was like the popular mean guy. Definitely, I will be raw and vulnerable. I definitely had a crush on Lightning McQueen. Good job, motherfucker.
No.
Girl, we saw Cars at the Pantages Theater in Los Angeles for a field trip. And the beginning scene of Cars, when he's in that trailer thing and it's all dark and it's like, all right, engines on the right, this. And he like purrs up. Oh, girl, something was purring. And it wasn't the engine.
Okay, I feel like I have an embarrassing crush, but I don't know if I can say it.
Why?
It's like low-key bestiality.
This is a safe space.
Okay, because speaking about like the like American
Yeah.
dream boy, whatever. So you know, like the golden retriever archetype.
No.
You know the golden retriever
No,
archetype.
I knew it in my heart of hearts. Go ahead.
Let's just say I had a friend. I had a friend that had a dog named Buddy. And my sister may or may have not read in my diary one time. Oh my God, Buddy is so hot.
Oh my God, it wasn't even like
In my defense, I was like 9 or 10
it wasn't
years old.
no defense. It wasn't even like a movie dog.
It was a real dog.
Okay. Okay.
But he was
Cover your monkey.
But he was a boy.
Okay, you really are the first person I've ever. What do you? Okay, no, we're moving on. Okay, so.
No, but like like the filling the archetype. I
Okay, so anyway.
Take your BINZ.
No, okay, this is what I want to talk about. Because I had crushes on boys.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm attracted to masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And in the beginning, and y'all, I grew up like, I'm sure some of those bitches were gay. But like, I grew up around the straightest of straight white women. Because rich neighborhoods also really align with like rich white neighborhoods also really align with like the archetypes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so these bitches were like hair curling, like, let's talk about boys, let's talk about weddings, let's talk about Pinterest. Like, I was very much tomboy and whatever. And so the most masculinity I could ever find was like in guys. And I was very much into the flippy hair, like, and they were all named Evan. Everyone was Evan, Garrett, Jason, like Jonathan. Oh my God. And I don't know if I had my first crush. I think my first crush was on Jason Halfin, who was this like white boy with like blonde hair, and he was like a little bit nerdy, but like was part of the popular guys, was like a nice guy. Oh no, my first crush was Dante DeFranco.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know, but like you have to say last name in high school. And Dante, he had it going on. He really did. He was like Italian, had like curly hair, sat next to him in second grade, and that he made me laugh down. I was like the quiet kid. And I remember Mrs. Guevara was literally like, Alexander, I sat you next to Dante so you could shut him up. How come y'all kikiing? I was like, yeah. I don't think he ever liked me back. Well, did you ever do people act on crushes like before middle school?
Like, not gays.
Oh, right. Well, I think it's like Dante knew I liked. It doesn't matter. but my first kiss was with Jason Halfman at a middle school dance. And like, why was everyone in a circle around us at the end of the dance? And everyone was like, you guys have to kiss. And we kissed, and it literally felt like, give me your fist. It was literally like that. And we ran. And how come we broke up with me 2 days later? But masculinity. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like, this is kind of like jumping a little bit. It's like, y'all, like, this is how you might find out you're gay. Okay. Masculinity is hot, right? And everyone, you're just told, like, it's from men. Like, oh, yeah, men are masculine. When masculinity from women is actual crack cocaine. It is like, it's like if you're buying chopped weed from the bodega or something, and then you go to California and you get that fucking chronic. Like, it is so okay. To me, masculinity from a man, right, in my experience, and I'm mostly talking about like straight cis men,
yeah,
in the way that they like give it off. Masculinity from men to me is like, you take like a warm Coke can and throw it at a brick wall with graffiti on it, and like pops and fizzles on the ground, and it's like, all right, like it's okay. It's like,
yeah,
it's there. Masculinity from a woman, it's like, it's mysterious. It's complex. It's like, it's like, you know how they tell you to fear God? Masculinity from women like instills fear in me, but like in the sexy way.
Yeah, because you're a nervous lesbian.
No, but it's not even, I guess, nervous, right? But it like, masculinity from a woman demands my respect.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's really just like, because honestly, I don't think I've, do I respect any straight cis men?
Your dad?
No, okay, yes, I do respect him, but that's because like he literally like took part in creating me, right?
Mm-hmm. A blessing and a curse.
I don't know if I respect any.
I'm not ever approaching a cis straight man with respect.
Yeah.
I'm always approaching dubiously.
Word of the day.
Dubiously and on the offense.
Yeah. I mean, and that's probably, I think that is when I started learning that I'm like, okay, I don't like boys, I don't like men, because like I feel like even if you like to be like disrespected during sex or something, or like you know, if that's like your thing, like I just can't take them seriously. I can't. And all these guys I'd be like dating or hooking up with, they're like, why are you laughing? And I just be like, girl, I don't know, girl. Like, there's just nothing there for me that I can, like, I can't take this serious.
Yeah.
And I've also, I don't think I've ever had these straight cis guy friends. I don't know.
I've had like a couple straight cis guy friends that were wonderful people.
They all try to fuck you.
Well, not me. I wish
I struggled because the guy, I'd be like, want to be guy, like, and it doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah.
It does not matter. They see that you have like a single wall comes down and they're like,
that's interesting. You talking about like masculinity from women, masculinity from a woman, because I'm thinking femininity from a man.
Oh,
in like my perspective of that. Because I mean, unfortunately, I used to be a very like mask for mask kind of gay. Girl, look at the camera. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
Let me reset.
For our Spotify listeners,
oh my God.
just realized I'm literally wearing an over-the-shoulder slouchy t-shirt. My entire decolletage is out, and a choker necklace with some Bengali bracelets.
You really
on.
looked me in the eyes. But I see with the voice, with the muscles, I get it.
With the voice, when my intention was to like just hook
You can
up
put
with
it
people,
on.
I'm
You can put it on.
very good at doing the front of like. You know, I have a lot of times I've really enjoyed that, like getting to provide the fantasy to people of like I'm some like deep voiced like don't give a fuck about you. I'm just here to fuck like kind of guy. But
You have the range. I've just only known you as like pussy boy,
yeah.
but you have the range. Go ahead.
But yeah, so I feel like it's been more recent in my life that I ventured into being with more feminine men, and my current partner is like definitely a very feminine boy.
Oh yeah.
Which I find very cool and like hot.
Mhm.
I think okay, so if you were just so like to me, femininity from a woman is like
Not too much.
no, I know, and I'm thinking how I could say it poetically.
Oh yeah.
Femininity from a woman is like it's like warm, it's like earnest, it's like porcelain, like it's like so beautiful, so like delicate, so almost like perfect in my mind. Femininity from a boy to me feels like dangerous.
Ooh.
In a way kind of similar to you where I'm like it's dangerous because I'm like it's kind of so it feels so like counter. It feels so like avant-garde. Like
yeah.
It just feels so like I don't know, like when my boyfriend like walks around in like little like click clack heels, I'm like this. I mean, maybe like the dangerous part is because like we live in a world where it is dangerous.
It's quite literally
for men to be feminine, women to be masculine. So like it's a danger of like it's a danger of like this person knows that they live in a world where this kind of thing can get them in situations that are like less desirable, but they're still doing it because
it's punk.
Like, because it's punk.
Honestly,
it's
punk be gay. Punk be mad
punk
gay.
is so gay. But yeah, you know, let's hear it for our feminine boys.
It's just like, and I think that's the problem, and that is where gender gets so weird and annoying because for the longest time I was like, because I said once I was like, oh, I don't like straight. I'm like, I found out it's because I'm not attracted to straight women because I kept being like, if I'm gay, people would be like, you're gay, Alexander. I'd be like, but how come I'm not attracted to my friends? And it's because I'm not attracted to straight women. One time I said that to Emma, and Emma was like, God, you're privileged. she said, God, you're so smart, something like that. But it's like, oh my God, I'm attracted to masculinity, and I can find that in women. And I think back, have I ever talked about this? Like the really butch girl from track who everyone thought had a dick?
No.
Have I not talked about this? Okay.
Transphobic.
It was transphobic, but it was so hot to me and I didn't know. Like, this is what I mean by fear, because I am kind of like, you know, people ask that question, like, in order to respect a leader, do you have to fear them?
Yeah.
I'm kind of under the guise, like, you have to be a little bit, like, doesn't matter. I ran track, and track teams are all, like, huge, so you don't even really, like, know anyone unless you're, like, running the same things as them. And there was this girl, Kendall, and she was, like, the only butch, but like it was like a butch in what, sheep's clothing. Like she had like long hair, but walked with her center of gravity like on her shoulders, and didn't have a feminine face, but like there was just something going on there. And she had like a deep voice, and was kind of mean. It was kind of like very like prickly, but she was so fast. Like I think she ran college, she ran track in college, and my dad and like her mom and stuff, like we were friends and we were in the same like heat or whatever. And I just remember being so scared of her. I remember being so scared of her, but also so interested. I'm very much like a lurker and a voyeur and a very much like secret admirer, but I never thought of it as a crush or anything. But she would just make me feel so excited when I looked at her, and cause she was just a dude, like she really was. And I remember one day it was like after practice or something, and it was like me, my friend Megan, and then her, and I think we were only together because like we were waiting for our parents to like stop talking.
Yeah.
And I just remember, I think like, I think Megan was like, yeah, like, have you heard like the rumors though, Kendall? And Kendall was like, what? And she was like, well, people are saying that, like, you know, and Kendall goes, what, that I have a dick? I just remember being like, the room was spinning. I just remember being like, I can't handle it.
Your knees are shaking.
In hindsight, I was like horned up and like in puberty or something, but in the moment, I was like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I'm seeing stars.
I just remember being like, and then she was like, well, do you think I have a dick? And she looked at me and she said, and I was like, do you? Or and she said, well, why don't you find out? I just like,
do you
anyways,
have male genitalia? Damn.
Anyways, that's masculinity to me. Yeah.
Yeah. It can really drive you crazy.
Oh, is that it? Oh yeah.
It can really drive you crazy, girl.
Just how fast the night changes.
The word on the curb. The word on the curb. On the curb.
Oh wait, before I have to talk about my list.
Oh right, okay.
In honor of boys,
In honor of
because you
boys.
know I am the only.
And I'll do this for girls. I'll make a list too.
I am the only misandrist. Like, I did make a list of men that like I'm still attracted to despite the lesbianism, and I was telling John that I tried to make a list of top 5, but I can only make 4.
Bring the boys out.
I was really trying. Okay, at the bottom, and y'all are never gonna let me live this down. Oh my god! But I am who I am. I can't help it. At number 4, Bobby Flay.
Ew! What the fuck?
That man is sexy. I don't give a fuck.
Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay's hot, girl.
Fucking, I'm pulling up an image right now.
No,
if this is who I fucking think it is. Isn't this like a chef? Like he's like Guy Fieri adjacent.
No, not like no. He's on the same. He's on the same network. Beat Bobby Flay. He's hot.
Are you fucking?
Let me.
How I make this camera zoom in? How I make this camera? Are you? Look me in my eyes. Look me in my brown eyes and
He's
tell
hot.
me this man. Jesus.
Bobby Flay
Christ.
is hot, and the way that he stays composed during Beat Bobby Flay, this is so jarring. Talking about me, like praising men. First of all, I think chefs are hot. They're very good with their hands. Bobby Flay could woo me. He'd have to work for it. That's why he's number 4.
If you were straight, you'd be dating a white man.
Well, let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. That's the bottom, okay? It's not in my number 1.
Yeah, but it's one of the 4 men you are attracted to.
I can't help it, okay? You can't help it.
I'm keeping Google Images up.
Remember
I'm
remember what you just told me about the golden retriever? Love is love, okay, y'all? Happy Pride. He'd have to work for it. He'd have to cook for me, spend money on me, the whole works. But at the end of the day, it might happen.
Okay.
Number 3, and this makes sense. Gong Yu.
How do you spell that?
Squid Game. Squid Game, the guy who slaps him and plays GON space YO.
Oh yeah.
He's sexy.
He's sexy.
And I did break these down into categories because I also did like a general like overview.
I knew there was gonna be an Asian man.
That man is sexy.
I
because
knew there was gonna be an Asian man.
I got put onto him in where my K-drama divas in the K-drama Goblin. Oh my, wait, okay, do Gong Yu Goblin. He would wear, that was my first like
Goblin.
Yeah, one of my first introductions. He'd be wearing these expensive sweaters with the
hot.
That is a sexy man.
Yeah, he's beautiful. Okay, I approve.
And he doesn't have to work for it.
No.
And he tall as hell. Okay.
I approve.
Okay. Number 2. And this one I couldn't narrow down to a single name. I just said pretty much any rapper from the 90s with a fade. Y'all, when it comes to black men, the 90s fine, but this is why it doesn't work because they kind of have to be from the 90s.
Yeah.
Like that picture of Cameron, CAM 'RON, in the pink furry hat. That.
Yeah.
Ice Cube from the 90s. Oh my God. Will Smith,
he was
the
handsome.
Wayans brothers, like from the 90s, because they also had sex appeal. They also used to dance back then. Yeah, there's a select few.
Hot.
That if someone brought 90s fine to me. Now this one you're gonna beat my ass. Because this is not number 1. And this is like, I would work for it. You're gonna be my Glenn Howerton.
Who is that?
Which you know is a white name, man, based off the name.
Glenn.
The guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's so hot. That man is sexy boots.
This is so crazy because I've been watching AP Bio.
Okay.
And every time I watch it, I think to myself, they tried to cast this person to be hot and he is so ugly. This man is not hot.
Okay, but you notice that all these men for me, it's essence. Because he's crazy. Went to Juilliard. I am so attracted to him on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I'm like none of these men, I don't look at men at face value. Like, even Gong Yu, like if none of these men ever moved and I just saw pictures of them, that man's hot. He's crazy. And you know he beat it up.
Ew. Beat what up?
Girl, okay, and then so to move on, I categorized the men I'm attracted to, like, or at least
So
in
gross.
general, and this makes sense. White dads who dated black women in the early 2000s and 90s.
Okay.
That's what I'm attracted to. The white men on this list, because y'all, as like a black woman, a universal experience is like white dads being out with their families and looking at you and reliving their youth through you. Cause like, y'all, I'm sorry, a lot of you white kids, a lot of you're only existing because your dad left the black woman because of societal pressure.
White dads in general are hot to me, so
What-
approved.
Yeah, and then I have Asian men who look like they wear YSL perfume, but it's probably something else.
Oh my God. That's so specific.
They just do it different. I don't know. Yeah, and the 90s fine black men. But yeah, y'all can have it. Y'all got it. Y'all can have it. Y'all can take it. Y'all can keep it.
It's really just Bobby Flay for me, girl. What the fuck?
I really did not want to accept that, but Bobby Flay does do it for me. I'm sorry. You ever
Okay.
watch Beat Bobby Flay?
No.
You ever watch Bobby Flay beat it up?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh, y'all are gonna crucify me for that, but you
I
know
don't
what?
know.
I'm gonna live my
Sometimes-
truth.
Sometimes like an ugly man is hot, so I guess the Bobby Flay. If I was desperate on Grindr, I'd probably let Bobby Flay fuck
It's
me.
the cooking. Now Bobby Flay like did nothing. No, but the cooking, and the show kind of rigged.
Okay.
I just love a hot chef. Oh, Anthony Bourdain low key too.
Anyone? Where do I fall on this list?
Girl,
Wait,
please.
because you really tried to fuck me. Where do I fall
Oh
on this
well,
list?
also gay men. I've only had crushes on gay men, to be honest. Oh, I also made a quick list of if you find Childish Gambino, Frank Ocean, Tyler James Williams, or Diggy Simmons attractive, you're a lesbian. All right, so what's in you in the sideboard this week?
Fantastic notes. Those were great.
Thank you.
Okay, mine's like a twofer. I need to quit my membership club. I can't.
This is a gag.
I am so over it, bitch. They just opened up a pizzeria by the pool, the rooftop pool. The pizzeria is open to the public. Anybody can come up and get a pizza while I'm paying $230 to go to this fucking pool. 1. 2, they send us an email that henceforth, if you want a pool bed, you have to book it and you have to spend at least $150 in food and beverage while you're there. I already so I get to go in the water with my membership, but if I want to lay down, I got to pay for it. That's 2. 3, I was in the locker room after I used the sauna one day, and I hear these straight men talking, and I hear this straight man go, he was like, I went out last night to this new place. It was so fun. I think it's the best club in New York. He goes, where? LeBain. 3. Number 4. I was in this is the last one, and this is the final straw. I was in the hot tub in the sauna. It's like a beautiful spa sauna, Italian green marble. I'm in the hot tub. I hear a pitter patter on the green marble. A woman came in with her dog into the fucking sauna.
Are you
Her
kidding?
dog. Her little ratty ass, teacup, shaggy haired dog.
Are you? Wait, that's not good for dogs.
No! I gotta go, y'all. This Il Ghetto, like, it is getting it's getting someone's gonna die there. Like it's getting weird. It's getting real weird up in the gig at this membership club. I can't do it anymore.
Okay, and you know they waited for summer to pull this okey doke.
Yeah.
Because we like have been talking about all because member passes, right?
Yeah.
That pool. Yo, I went there and I do love a resort. That is the closest I've felt to like an exotic resort in years. Like in New York. Like it's fucking beautiful. And the fact you can just bring people along, I just kept remembering being like, what is the catch? And being like, maybe I'll get a membership for 1 month or something because it's not like annual. Diva, that's a gag.
Well, and allegedly it is annual. So John just quit. And I am going to try and quit next month and be like, when I signed up, I was not told this was annual. And so I will not be held to that standard. I wouldn't have signed the contract had I known that.
Did you get emailed your contract?
No.
Oh, well. Gag.
So yeah, if y'all see me back at the Equinox, mind your business.
Gag.
Mind your fucking business.
Lifetime.
That's more expensive.
It's also really far.
Yeah.
Trying to get to my gym. Did you have one about Miley? Or $3 bill? You said you're gonna do a twofer.
No, it was the LeBain thing.
Oh,
The
okay,
LeBain thing.
that's correct. Well, okay, people have been discussing that like straight people are like starting to invade gay spaces.
Yeah. Starting. Have been.
I didn't know, girl. I didn't know. Bitch, I'm gagged.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out, girl.
Girl. Okay. Anyways.
Anywho.
Okay. Wait, dog in the song. Okay. My psych word is very minuscule. It's actually kind of funny and it didn't even make me that crazy. It's just funny. And I love y'all so much. But being a 9-to-5er with friends who like don't live that 9-to-5 life. This weekend, my friend Libe and like Libe, love you down. We were at the Leslie party X's. Cause me and Frankie both work 9-to-5s. And our friends are kind of like more like film baddies who either do freelance work and like their careers are treacherous, so I get it. But Libe said to us, she was like, because me and Frank were like, yeah, we're going to go around like 11:30. And Libe goes, I was thinking about it the other day, and I forgot that like all that summer we kept going out, that y'all kept having work in the morning.
Girl.
Yeah, girl. I can't be going to the beach on Wednesday at 3 p.m. because my computer's going to overheat under the summer sun.
There's no Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and I'm just like, but then it's so annoying. I do like to go out on Thursdays because Fridays are like more of a low stakes work day.
I agree.
But goddamn, working a 9-to-5 in this city is difficult if your friends are not all like 9-to-5ers or whatever.
It's tough.
But I love y'all. Y'all inspire me. Just kidding. Bitch, I'm we're talking more about this all day.
Ugh, God. Yeah, we'll get into it,
But yeah,
take your boys out.
Take your boys out of my life. And don't judge me about Bobby Flay.
Please judge her about
and
Bobby
also,
Flay.
I made a little Ask the Curb Google form if you have any questions. So,
Yeah, ask her why she likes Bobby Flay.
Stop!
Ask her how she feels she has the gall
okay,
to like
also
Bobby Flay.
90s fine men and Gong Yu. So,
Those are all
I
fine.
have good taste. I have some taste. And that's
Some
why I like women, because I'm trying to fuck Bobby Flay.
And on that note,
We'll see y'all next time.
take your babes out. Bye.